Hi guys, I got up this morning. I got three topics today: Tiger Woods, Obama, electricity. First off, Tiger Woods all over the newspaper. I am absolutely sick to fucking death of hearing about Tiger Woods. Absolutely sick of hearing about some spoiled, overindulged person that plays sport and gets paid exorbitant amounts of money when there's normal men and women out there that go out and slog their guts out, toil to get money to put food on the table. And here's this spoiled fucking sportsman who's just in the news. Or I don't care. I don't care about any of these sports people, any of these little nobody missies that have their name. I don't care about that. Why don't they start telling the news about what's really going on in this world instead of splashing the sports people all over the world that should never be getting paid that amount of money? Absolutely ridiculous when there's people starving in this world. Absolutely starving in this world. And they're getting paid these sorts of, people getting kicked out of their houses, and he's off on his boat for weeks at a time screwing whoever. I don't care. Get them out off the paper. They should not be put up on the pedestal they are put up on. Barack Obama's coming over here, and it was just announced this morning that he's still coming, and that the PM will be discussing Australia's economic future with him and agriculture, and they gave off a whole list of things. Now, to me, that's like asking a man with a broken leg how to run. How to ask a bank robber serving time tips on how to rob a bank. The list. Ask a politician if he lies. These things just should never happen. You should never ask an American president how to run your country. These things shouldn't be happening. I mean, it's just, of all the people you would be discussing this, that would be the last person. What we need to be doing is going around the world finding the best economic countries, the people with the best systems in place. And I don't care what it is, whether it's transport infrastructure or health infrastructure, whatever. We should be going around there and picking these people's brains and then bringing that to our country. You don't go in and ask somebody who's raping, pillaging his people how to run your country. Rudd is at an all-time low now, and I can't wait to see the back of that pasty-faced little prick. And is that racist? I don't care. I don't care what colour, creed, whatever. If you're a dick, you're a dick, and he's a dick. Okay. Electricity. Little Miss Michelle sent me this, yes. And I just want to read this. Families in fear of fuel poverty as energy costs soar. Soaring electricity prices will force more working families into fuel poverty, where they simply cannot afford to pay for power. This is the grim prediction from an energy ombudsman who revealed that the number of people fearing they will have their electricity disconnected has surged by a third. In New South Wales alone, more than 18,000 households had their power cut off last financial year, and with about 200 added to the average bill last year, that number is only expected to grow. But the worst pain is expected to increase up to 62% over the next 3 years, the largest, blah, 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 and it goes on. And I'm going to put the link to the side here. And now it may well concern, that's our concern, particularly if the ETS comes in. Fuel poverty, a household spending more than 10% of their income on adequate 21 degrees Celsius warmth contributed to nearly 37,000 English and Welsh deaths in 2008. In Australia, it isn't the cold that kills us, it's the heat. So our elderly need air conditioning. The heat over here is ferocious, and so we don't spend it so much on heating as we do on air conditioning in summer. Now, as far as I'm concerned, health should be a fundamental, it should be given to everybody. Housing. Free housing should be given to everybody. I don't give a rat's ass. You know, they let out these little pockets of land, and this is the government, and keep the house prices elevated to unrealistic prices. And it's just absolute fucking bullshit. And that really pisses me off the way they do that. Every single person should be given free housing, a roof over their head. They should be given electricity, healthcare, food. These are all things that should be fundamental, and then anything you want on top of that, then you pay. But to make people pay for the basics in life makes me absolutely sick. I cannot wait to see the end of Rudd. He has just absolutely destroyed this country. Now, just quickly, let me see what time I got here. 5 minutes. 2 days ago. Not yesterday, 2 days ago. I went out to the chicken coop. There was a little chicken out there, and the chicken had 2 chicks, and she was out walking around with one, the other one was inside the coop, splayed out on the ground, floppy. I picked it up. I thought it was dead. Its wing was all out to the side, and it was just all floppy. And when I picked it up, I seen it was still a little bit alive. And I'm a sucker for animals. You know, you could see its little heart just barely moving. So I thought, well, if it's going to die, I'm going to bring it inside, and I'm going to at least have it die in comfort, not on some dirty old floor in the chicken coop. So I brought it inside. You're going to see the mess on my desk, sorry, but I brought it inside. And see here? I have my little honey puss. She sits in the desk beside me. And I got this little chicken, and I snuggled it in underneath Honey, and I had to keep an eye on Honey so that she didn't eat it, because a couple of times her lips went up like she was, lunch is here. So I snuggled it in there and left it there for the day, and every now and again I got a wet tissue, and I soaked it in water, and I held it up to its mouth just to dribble like a little tiny bit of water in. Anyway, at the end of the day, it still had its eyes closed. It was still very floppy. Its head was falling down. But it looked a little bit, it was chirping a little bit. You could hear it squeaking. So I went out, and because I didn't know what to do with it overnight, I knew Honey was going to eat it if I left it there with her all day. So all night. So I went out and stuck it underneath the chicken that was already settled in for the night with her other chick. And when I went out in the next morning, here they both were. Both these little chicks were walking around, scratching the ground. You would not have believed it was the same chicken. And now it's out there, and it's wanders all around the house with the other one, and it's nice and healthy and lovely. It was just I thought it was dead, for sure. I thought it was dead, and who knew? Anyway, guys, that's all I have to say today. You guys smile and have a nice day.